Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about partial questions, and it's on focusing on paper 1. So the questions here most likely is based on the previous lesson 13.2. So most of them they will be solved algebraically. I mean all. Okay. So let's see. So the way that I'm going to do it is that I'll ask you to pause the video. So you just look at the question, maybe you want to copy down, or you just like solve it, at least solve it in your paper. Then write down like, oh, this is which year, what question, then check the answers. Okay, so check the answer later when you look at my answer. Okay, so I'll leave it for you. I'll show you this question and just pause the video and try this. Okay, so let's do this one. So now you are given this information. Just now there was another line of this, m is equal to 3. It says the slope of the line is m equal to 3. Then you are going to do this. Okay, so first of all, going to have y equal to 3x plus c. So sub x equals 0, y equals 6. Then you have c is equal to 6. So y is equal to 3x plus 6. Then what do you do now? You need to compare with the things here. Okay, so first of all, the capital Y is that y, still y. Then capital X is x squared. So that's why you have 3x squared plus 6. This is 1. So given this one from the question, then you divide by h. Why do you divide by h? Because you want to compare this given one and this one. Okay, so if you divide, then you get this one. Then you can do a comparison now. Compare 1 and 2. So you can tell that k divided by h will be equal to 3. Okay, and k is equal to 6. That's why you can substitute this one back into here to solve for it. So answer will be 2. 2 and 6 for the h and k. Okay, no problem. So 2 and 6. Easier? Okay, quite easy. So whenever this one is given, what you're going to start with is y equal mx plus c. Then you find the m and c. After you find the m and c, compare this one and the equation that you found. Okay, then after that you can find all the variable by doing a simultaneous equation. Okay, right, good. Next. So again, this is 2011 question 12 in paper 1. Right, so pause the video and try this. Okay, so let's do it. So express the equation this thing in its linear form. So which is used to obtain the straight line in the graph shown in the diagram. So linear form means y equal mx plus c. But then normally in SPM, they, other than requiring you to find the m and c, they want you to write it in this kind of pattern. But then with the capital Y replaced by xy and the capital X replaced by x squared. That's what they mean by linear form. Okay, so SPM. Okay, so first of all, you use the equation that is given. Okay, then what do? You multiply by x over 3. What do you multiply by x over 3? Because you want to have this one as what? This one instead of 3y, you want it to be xy. How to make it to be xy? So I have to divide by 3 first, then multiply by x. Okay, so divide by 3 multiplied by x means multiply by x over 3. Okay, if you can't do it so fast, what you do, first step you divide by 3 first, then you see a y here. If you see a y, you want to make it to be xy, you multiply by x. So you can do it in 2 steps. Okay, so you get this one, so this one. Okay, so I want to point out that if you are asked to find its linear form, so it's better if you can just write another y equals to mx plus c. You write down what is the m here. So m, let's say here for this case, the m, okay, let's say m I write here first. So you say m is equals to 1 over 3 p minus 1. Okay, you see that? Because the x here is x squared, right? So this one here will be your m. And what is this? This is your c. Okay, so this one is this and c is 4. Okay, so you can write this one in one side, then next you write this. The examiner normally wants this. Okay, but then because this one is called linear form. Linear means something like without a square. So this one, actually, to be frank, this one is not called the linear form. It's just the representation of the linear form after you substitute it. Okay? Okay, good. Next. Okay, so we have these answers just now. We found it already. So given the gradient of QR is -2, means that this line is having a slope of -2. Find the value of P and T. P is given here and T is given there. Okay, so now what we are going to do is that we are going to compare this MQR is -2 is given here, and then you look at this previous one. Here is y equals to mx plus c, right? In this one, this is y equal to mx plus c. So what is your m here? Your x is x squared. So your m should be this part. This is your m, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, not x. That's m, right? Okay. So if that's the case, then we can say that this m is the same as this m, right? So you compare the values, then you can find p. So 103 p minus 1 is equal to -2. So p is equal to -5. Okay, good. Next, what do? We have that p already. Then we back to here, use the gradient here, substitute here, y equal to -2x plus c. After that, then we can say what? We can substitute the point, the coordinate here, into the y equal to mx plus c. Okay, why? Because you substitute into the linear form, not the one that is non-linear. Okay, you substitute that into the line equation to find the c. Okay, then we sub r 0 60, then we'll get c is equal to 60. Why is that so? You substitute 0 here, then this one gone. Y is 60, so c is 60. Okay, so c is 60. Okay, then after that, y is equal to -2x plus 60. Okay, good. Now you see here is 60, here is 4, right? Here is 60, here is 4. You can compare them, right? Okay, one more thing here. Okay, do you know what is the y-intercept for this line and this line? Okay, I mean they are the same, right? So that you can compare it. What's the y-intercept? Y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, so the y will be 60. So that's 60, right? Okay, the y-intercept here, you can see immediately it's 60. How about the y-intercept here? So this is y equal to mx plus c, right? So you can see that c, when you substitute 0 here, y is equal to c. So here c and the 4 here is your y-intercept as well. So now you can clearly tell that this 60 is equal to 4. Okay, y-intercept of QR is 60, that's from the graph or from here. Then another one, y-intercept from 1 here, you can see that the QR is equal to 4. I mean the y-intercept of QR is equal to 4. Compare these values, you can find t. T is 203. Okay, so you got that. The answer is here as a conclusion. Okay, not very difficult, right? Okay, so it might be like a little bit messy over here, but when you do the working, you do it like maybe in like one whole stretch from top to bottom. Then you keep track of the things. Then it won't be that difficult. Okay, all right. So let's look at the next one. So here you have 2012 question 12. Then you are given this question. There are 2 parts here. It shouldn't be a lot of marks here. Okay, so pause the video and try this. All right, let's do it. You're going to find P. So what are you going to do? Easy. So P over Y is equal to 1 minus QX squared. This is given. Then what are you going to do? You want something that looks like that one, right? So your capital Y is 1 over Y. Your capital X is 1 over X squared. So dividing by P. Why are you dividing by P? Because you want to make this to be this. Okay? Make this to be the capital Y. So then it will be 1 over Y, 1 over P minus Q over PX squared. Okay? Alright, then what do? You can write it properly. Okay? You can write it properly, write it nicely like this. Then what do? Then Y is equal to this thing X plus 1 over P. Okay? Good. So what do you get? So here, y-intercept. How do you find an y-intercept? You substitute x equals 0, then y is equal to 1 over p. Okay? What's the y-intercept there? Easily seen here, 2. Okay? So the y-intercept is 1 over p from here, and y-intercept is 2 here. So 1 over p is equal to 2. So p is equal to 1 over 2. Okay? Not difficult, right? Okay? So again, all the time, the equation is given. What do? You want to manipulate this thing so that the y looks like this and x looks like this. So x looks like this, then you separate them to make the 1 over x squared, this thing as capital X one side. So this is clearly M, this is clearly C. Okay, this is C, yes, and this is also the y-intercept. So here is y-intercept, that's 2, so 2 is equal to 1 over p. Okay, very simple. Okay, next. First of all, we have this one calculated from the previous question. Then now you're going to find Q. Okay, you're going to find Q. So first of all, we need to find, first of all, here, this is from here. Okay, then another M we can find from here. Here will tell you the exact value because here you have a coordinate, here you also have a coordinate. But here is a, it's fixed, it's some variable here. Okay, that's why. So we are going to do this. Q over 1 over 2 because 1 over 2 we found it just now already. Okay, then it's equal to 6 minus 2, 6 is y2, then 2 is y1, and x2 is 5, x1 is 0. So 5 minus 0. Okay, they are equal, so we solve for it, we will be able to find Q. Okay, Q will be 4 over 5 multiplied by 1 over 2. Is it negative 1 over 2 or negative 1 over 2? Okay, negative 1 over 2. Then your answer will be Q is equal to negative 2 over 5. Okay, so you see this question is very simple, right? Because this question has A and B, and the A and B is kind of like easy. So maybe the marks located for this one is a little bit little, less than some other questions. But then paper 2 might be having more marks. But normally paper 2 will be 10 marks for sure. Okay, paper 1 3 to 4. So this one could be 3, could be 4. Okay. All right. So let's see this. So you have this question. So just try to pause the video and try this. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we have this over here, and then you see log and you see x. When you see log and you see power, you know you are going to use Form 4, Chapter 5. Okay, then y is equal to 1000 px. That's given. Okay, what we are going to do to make it look like this, we are going to take log both sides. Okay, if we take log both sides, then you are taking log of 1000 times p to the power of x. I put a bracket here and I put a dot here to signify that. If you have log a times b, then it will be what? Log a plus log b. Okay, and if you have log px, what will it be? The x will be in front, will be brought down. Okay, so it will be x log 10p. Okay, so we do it. Okay, so we get this one. Okay, then after that, this one 3 you can bring it out, and this one becomes 3 times 10 log 10 10. Log 10 10 is 1. Okay, so it's just 3 for this one. This one is this one. Okay, and how about this? This x can be moved in front. Okay, so you get this. Okay, so linear form will be somewhere like this one, and you know I purposely write this bracket to signify that that is the constant, and this is your capital Y, and this is your capital X. Your X is X, your Y, capital Y, is log 10Y. Okay, linear form normally in SPM they want it to be written in this way. Okay, in this way, although it's not linear. Okay, normally the linear form is actually like something like this, mx plus c lah, something like this. Okay, but in SPM they want this. Okay, good. Next. Okay, another question here. So again, you see here, you have log here, and then you want to find the value of h and p. H is here, p is where? There. Okay, so what we do y equal mx plus c first of all. Then after that, we can substitute these values into this, not this. Okay, always substitute into x and y, capital X, capital Y. Okay, linear law, this whole chapter you are substituting the coordinate into capital X and capital Y, remember. Okay, so from there we can see that c is immediately equal to h. Okay, then h is equal to 3. Okay, alright, then next we can substitute another coordinate. We have two coordinates over here. This one is number, definitely it will help us to solve things. You substitute this one inside, then you get 1 equals to m plus 3. So m is equal to -2. Okay, simple. Alright. Okay, so now you will have something like this, m equal to -2. So log 10p is equals to -2. Why? Because here is your m, here is your capital X, then plus c. Okay, then you compare these two, so your log 10p will be equal to -2. Now how do you solve for p? This is bottom, this is opposite, this is here. So its bottom power of opposite is equal to this thing. So p is equal to 10 to the power -2. So it's equal to 0.01. Okay? Alright, this one you can calculate from your calculator. It's very simple. So h is equal to 3, p is equal to 0.01. Okay? Okay, so you see, whenever you have coordinates over here, you remember to substitute into x and y. Then also another thing is that whenever you have this kind of things and this kind of things, you gotta always try to reduce to some equation looks like this, right? Then do a comparison. So there are only two things that is in this chapter. Okay, other than the sketching graph, line of best fit. Okay, 2014, question 11. Try this. Pause the video. All right. Now, you want to express the equation xy equals to 4x minus 2x cubed in linear form. Okay. Always, when it's given this nice pattern, no variable, means that you kind of like write this and write y equals to mx plus c. So y equals to mx plus c. So now write that one, then try to make it into this form. So here the y, capital Y is this. Capital Y is this. So how to make it to be capital Y? You should divide by x. Okay, divide by x, then y is 4 minus 2x squared. What is your capital X? Capital X is x squared. That's right. This one is your m. M is -2. So y is equal to -2 x squared plus 4. So that's your linear form SPM requirement. That's your linear form. Okay? Okay. So you most likely bring this forward. Okay, we'll move this forward and find the gradient of the straight line PQ. So the gradient of the straight line PQ. Do you see already? The gradient m is -2 immediately from the previous answer. Okay, without doing anything. Maybe 1 mark. Okay, too simple. Since point P is the y-intercept, okay, so now you want to find P now. You want to find this value of P. Okay, so since P is the y-intercept, do you see that? Very clearly it's on this y-axis. So y-intercept is also the C, remember? When you substitute 0, this is your C. So that's the y-intercept as well. So it's very simple. So sub into that, then you get y is equal to 4. So the coordinate will be 0 and 4. 0, cover, 4. Okay, easy. So MPQ, the slope is -2. P, the coordinate is 0 and 4. So easy. Okay, now this is 2015 question 10. It's very, very, very easy, right? Okay, it's just a very short question, so you can do it. Pause the video and try this. Okay, so let's get back to this. So now y equals to mx plus c. Then what do? You have something like this. Okay, y minus x, then this is x squared. So sub x equals 0, y equals 6, because you have x equals 0, y equals 6. That's one coordinate. You sub it into that, then you get c equals to 6. Then you sub in another point here, then you sub in x equals to -2 and y equals to 0 here into that y equals mx plus c. Then you find another thing, which is m. -2m is equal to -6, so m is equal to 3. Okay? So you got these two. Now what do? Easy. Y equals mx plus c. Just substitute this m and this into it, but then replace the capital X to be this x squared and capital Y to be this y. Okay? Then you put it in, and that's the case. 3x squared, 3x squared, okay? 3x squared, 3 is here. M is here, okay? M is here. 3x squared plus 6, 6 is here. Okay? Then you get this one. Then that's your linear form. Okay? Express y in terms of x. Now it specifically asks you to express y in terms of x. So left hand side only can have y. So you gotta move the x over to the other side and become plus. Okay? Then this is your answer. Okay? There is no ambiguity here. This is your answer. Okay? I'm done for today. I'll see you next time for the paper 2. Okay, bye-bye.